Hi friends, welcome to Creating It with Jovi. What's all this? Well, I'm going to do some slow stitching. I would not consider myself a slow stitcher, but you know what? I'm going to join this collaboration and I'm going to do it. So my friend Susan at Susan Hiles Creates and Janie at Bookworms Buddy are doing a slow stitch collaboration. It's the hashtag Stitch and Swap. So yes, this has been swapped. My partner already has it. I'm going to do two today because I might end up with more than one partner. So we'll go ahead and do two. As the filming of this video, I'm not sure if I'm going to have one or two, but for sure one, maybe two. Now, I wanted to let you know that the deal is we're supposed to make one fabric cluster, sew it together, hand stitching only, no machine stitching, and then we are supposed to mail it out to our partner. So I had some scraps on my desk actually, so this is what I had, right? This is a great selection of scraps, and I definitely can make two out of this. And these are definitely fall colors. That's what I've been playing with lately, and they kind of wanted it to be a fall theme, so we'll definitely do that. So let's get started. Since it's a fall theme, I'm going to use brown. I hardly ever use brown, and I want to show this to you. This spool is so old. It says American Thread Company, but it's a wooden spool. It's an actual wooden spool. We hardly ever find those anymore, right? So anyway, let me just grab some thread off of here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And then I'm going to go ahead and thread my needle. I always like to double my thread and then tie a knot at the bottom, and that way it doesn't come undone from my needle. And so that's what I do. And then before we get even started on the sewing, I was so excited about doing this, I was jumping right in. But let's go ahead and cut our fabric, and let's see, I could probably, I want this to be the base, okay? So I'm going to cut here. Since I'm going to make two of these today, we'll do this one as a base. And then we'll do this one as a base. I'll just take a little bit more off of this side here. I think that looks good. And we have this. All right, so there's our base. This one has some pretty leaves. Hopefully it won't get covered up all the way. And then let's take a look at this. This has a really pretty flower. Which is the back? Hold on. I think that's the back. This is the front. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right here. And right here, and then I'll put this over the plain one, kind of like that. And this, let's go ahead and take this and cut it, and we'll put this one over here so we can still see through it. I like that. And then what about this one? Do we want to use this over here? Do we want this to be different? Or I could put it underneath and maybe it sort of hangs out. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to hang out a little bit underneath on each side, and then we'll go ahead and both sides look pretty. It's hard for me to choose. It's hard for me to choose which one I want to be the top. I like that. Okay, so they're different, but this is good. All right, now let's go ahead and grab some orange. Well, I do not want, I really don't want this flower to be completely covered up. Or do I? Maybe I shouldn't care. I don't know. I'm going to make this orange piece a little bit smaller though. I'm going to tear it and pull the little pieces out. And let's put that here. And then is it too big for this? I think it is. I don't want it over there. We'll just do it over on this one. Is this too high? Oh my gosh, it's too high. I'm so sorry, you guys. So we have this here, and then I could take and make this a little bit smaller. I feel like for clusters, it's important to do at least 3 layers. Okay, that's how I feel anyway. Now, I think I like the idea of this brown going here, but maybe, let's take a look. Maybe just, oops, that got caught on there. Did you see it catch and drag? Let's see here. Let's go like that and like this. There we go. Okay. Lace, let's try it on. think it kind of, the lace vibe doesn't really go with the fall stuff, so I'm moving that along. Now this brown, this was a scrap. Let's just go ahead and cut a little piece of it. And let's go ahead and do like that. Okay, we can still see the flower, but it adds a little bling. Okay, so I like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this, make it just a little bit smaller, and I'll pop it on here like that. And then I want to take a little bit of this gold, and why not put some here? Sure, I like it. I think that looks good. And why not put some here? What do you think about these two so far? I think they look cute, right? I like them. And now I'm going to start to sew them together, and they need to have a button or a, what did she say? A button or a charm. Ouch. A button or a charm on them. And that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my stitch in here real quick before I even think about putting a button or a charm on it, just to hold all the fabric together so it doesn't get out of control. You saw that I sewed through it, and now I'm just going to do a knot just to hold the back in place. There, and that should hold it. And I'm going to do a double knot just just to be sure. There we go. Okay, now I can feel pretty good about that. So I actually have that stitched down, and now I'm wondering, do I want a button or do I want a charm? All right, my friends, what do you guys think about this button here? Is my lighting bad today? I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit dark on camera. Maybe this pretty doily will help with the glare. Oh yeah, I can see so much better now. I think there was just a lot of glare coming off the desk, and I feel like it was making it hard to see. So we've got this stitch good enough. Just one stitch went through, but that was good enough. And then here's the button. I think will look really, really cool with it. Here, I'll set it on there. It's not too big. It's not too small. I think it looks kind of neat, and I feel like the light parts of this go really nice with this piece of doily that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this on. And so while I'm sewing it, I wanted to tell you guys that I think one of the things that's going to be so fun about this collaboration is seeing all the different clusters. I mean, we all own different kinds of fabric, right? And so that means that all of our clusters are going to be different, even if they are in the fall or gratitude theme. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that in the beginning, you guys. I think I forgot to mention that she wanted it in a fall or gratitude theme. So there, I've mentioned it now. And if you want to participate, you can email Susan or Janie, and they will have you be part of the collaboration. All right, so I'm just making sure that this is on here really good, and it's not going to, you know, it's not going to come apart or anything. So I think that's on there pretty good. I sewed it a few different times. So we're going to be happy with that. I'm going to tie this off. Now, Susan did say that if we wanted to, you know, we could do some extra sewing on there and get fancy with it. But I don't know that many stitches, and so I don't really know how to get fancy with it. So I'm not going to do that. But she had a great idea about like sewing on your name on the back or the date or something like that. I just don't think I can. I don't know. You know, I mean, maybe I could, but I don't know. I think that might be a lot for me. Okay, so I got that, oops, I got the knot tied. I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. There's a little bit of something going on there, but I think it's okay. The point is it's all sewn on and sewn together, and it's a nice little cluster. So now I have enough thread that I can go ahead and create my knot here, and then I can just, I don't have to rethread my needle. I can just do the knot and get started on this one. Okay, now this one has a little splash of orange in it, so I thought it might be nice to use this nice big orange button. I think it works here. Let me hold it like this. I think it works really well. So let's do that. For me, this is such a easy, fun project, and because I'm not a slow stitcher, but I thought this might be a good challenge for me. You know, I'm ever trying to stretch myself artistically and try new things, and so I just thought this would be fun to join in on this collab and meet some new friends. There we go. Uh-oh, it didn't pull through all the way. Well, that's okay, because what I can do is just tie a knot. And, you know, just because of that, I'm going to go through these buttons one more time, just to give it a little more security there. Okay, that should be good. And now you can see I didn't pull this all the way through to the end, but that's okay. I'll just take it and I will make a double knot with it, and all will be well. No big deal. There we go. There's our first knot. And there's the second one, and I'm just going to do a third one, just because I always do like to do that. Okay, and now I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to show them off to you. And there they are, my friends. What do you think? Do you like them? I think they turned out so super pretty. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. Quick and easy and fast, but a fun collaboration. I can't wait to see what everybody else exchanges with their partners. And also, check out Susan Hiles, and her channel name is Susan Hiles Creates, and also Janie at Bookworms Buddy. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.